Next up on the menu, we have America's newest snowflakes. America's newest snowflakes. Who could you think that would be? Who has been whining and crying? And even though they're getting everything they're asking for within this country, within this current administration, they're still crying and whining and still fucking just restless, always mad at some shit. I'll give you a little time to aerate and think on that. That's your answer? That's probably correct. That's right, MAGA. Yep, they are the new snowflakes, and we're gonna get into and actually watch and see, break down, be enlightened on how and why that is. Let's get about the video.
The American political climate the last year has been a little crazy, to say the least. I don't know about y'all, but waking up in the morning to check my phone nowadays and scroll my news feed, my mind has to hit a little virtual cigarette and let out a long puff before going through it. I feel like the Disneyland mascot who has to go around looking jolly and happy for people all day. Then as soon as they get off their shift, they go to the nearest bar and down 8 shots before passing out in the alleyway. I guarantee in American politics, if you check every day of the last 365 days, it will be impossible to not find some type of controversy with this administration or someone inside it. Whether it's a statement they made, an action they did, an action they did not do, like releasing the Epstein files until the whole public pressured them to. Kids reading history books in the future are gonna have to go through a lot of chapters during this time period. And me observing it now that it's been a little over a full year since Trump's full-on takeover of the government, I notice now that the people who used to call people snowflakes on the internet and sensitive on the internet, usually to your typical blue hair girl stereotype on Twitter or people trying to cancel someone, have now turned into an exact clone of what they used to make fun of. And
they did. They really fucking did. I mean, the fucking irony is crazy. The sheer irony, the sheer fucking hypocrites. It's insane. It's funny as fuck. Honestly, I'm surprised on how fast the tides have turned. I thought the MAGA people were supposed to be the group of people who were the alpha ones, who didn't give a if the truth hurt your feelings. That they weren't little liberal crybabies who couldn't even take a joke. But skip to 2026 now, and this is what we got.
He barely sings in English, Laura, and it's, you know, they
call. Oh no! Bad Buddy didn't do his performance in English. Oh no! Even though he literally is notorious for doing his shit only in Spanish. Oh no, it's so bad, it's so vile. Oh my god, America's dying. Get a fucking grip. Please, get a fucking grip. Honestly, like, no, really, get a fucking grip. It's not that serious. It's really not. You didn't have to watch it. There were subtitles. And that is literally what Bad Bunny is known for. Holy fuck.
The king of the Latin trap. The trap is hiring somebody who's partisan and who has very dark images in his video.
We don't go to the movie theater to be lectured to.
Super woke, iconic movie to embrace pro-immigration themes. Nigga, it's Superman. He don't give a fuck what color you are, he's gonna save you. He's super fucking man. And it's always, why do Republican women look like this? Why do they look like that? Why? I don't even know what to say, man. The jokes write themselves.
And to have
not Republican, my bad, MAGA, because there is a difference.
Somebody throw their ideology onto us, I think we'll be successful.
All of us. So when you see
this fucking slime ball,
someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer.
It wouldn't be so crazy if it was
someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out.
I never saw this clip of Charlie doing this.
And hell, call their employer.
It wouldn't
what the fuck was that zesty ass shit?
Be so crazy if it wasn't word for word and bar for bar hypocritical. And I really decided to make this video when the whole Bad Bunny halftime show happened. I'm gonna assume like 95% of my audience knows what the Super Bowl is, but I'll still explain it for my non-American viewers. The Super Bowl is the yearly game held by the NFL. That's the final game of the season between two teams. And every year, people make their bets on who's gonna win, meet up with family and friends to watch it. Then we all move on the next Monday to our miserable lives, getting ready to sleep and work for that 9-to-5 week. we hate. We also have the halftime show every year, where a big performer gets picked to perform on probably what is one of the biggest artist stages they'll ever have. This year, I feel like no one even cared about the teams that were playing, because all the focus was on the
I didn't hear shit about any team that was playing. No one gave a singular fuck at all.
That Bad Bunny was gonna perform the halftime show. To MAGA, this was an atrocity that could never be forgiven by America.
Yeah, because... Oh no! Someone who speaks Spanish is gonna perform at the fucking halftime in Spanish? America's doomed! These guys are such fucking weirdos, assholes, and losers. Why do you care so much? Why? We have bigger fish to fry, quite literally, right now. And we care about a motherfucker speaking Spanish. Which is what he's notorious for doing. Get a grip, please. Anyway. The whole Super Bowl thing. I thought it was great. The underlying messaging in his performance, going through how Cuba, no, it's not Cuba, it's Puerto Rico was taken over by the Americas, how Hawaii was taken over by the Americas, how they did it, the scummy practices are behind it, voice crack, and he was basically saying that love is stronger than hate. Together we are America. He said that love is stronger than hate. Together we are America. Why would you get mad at that as an American? Think about it. Think about it. Why do you need to hate? Think about it. Really think about it. Think about what Christianity has taught you if you are a Christian. Think about it. Why would you like to hate? There's a deeper meaning and it ties into Christianity, but that's a different video. Why do you like to hate? Why is it that you hate so much? Why do you hate things that has nothing to do with you? Makes no sense.
I had now fallen to the dark side, and they had lost something true to their hearts. I mean, how could a non-American, non-English speaking person even make it there? Oh, you said Puerto Rico has been a part of America since 1898, and the people there have been citizens since 1917? God damn it, I don't care, Ice, get him off stage. The whole shocking thing about this is how much people have lost the ability to even search up something for half a second. Because with a couple of main complaints about it, one of them was, why is a non-American citizen performing at the halftime show? If even searching up are Puerto Ricans American citizens, literally search up Puerto Rico and see who's listed as president. Information has never been more accessible in humanity, and yet these still refuse to search it up.
Because it literally disproves their shit. That's why they don't use it. You have motherfuckers there that you say, bro, just literally Google it. You're false. I don't give a shit about Google. They will say that verbatim to your face and stand on it like they don't fucking look stupid. You are dealing with absolute lobotomized morons.
I feel like you could put this in their face and they'd shake their head and refuse to accept it like a baby not wanting to eat vegetables. I wonder if they know that America has multiple territories where people born on them are US citizens too. The other main complaint was that since none of his songs are in English, most people wouldn't be able to understand it watching it. And you know, if you are someone who genuinely wished you could understand the lyrics and were kind of upset because you couldn't, I could at least see some point of it. Not me though, because hey, I was vibing to it. It's still kind of confusing how this was getting so many complaints though, because there has been multiple songs that have charted insanely good in America that
Despacito, Gangnam Style, no one gave a shit about that being in different languages, huh? Brazilian funk, no one cares about that either. Russian funk, no one has any gripes of that either. So why do we all of a sudden care about the guy who speaks Spanish, who is famous for still speaking Spanish?
were not in English. Despacito charted for 16 weeks in the #1 spot. The Macarena charted for 14 weeks in the #1 spot. Multiple K-pop songs have charted in the #1 spot. Yep. And it's because most people know you can still vibe with the song without it being in your language. As humans, rhythm is intertwined with our bodies. It's the same reason why English songs also go #1 in countries where they don't speak English. Like, how do you think Michael Jackson became one of the biggest artists to ever touch humanity? Do you think these people were just listening to translated versions of his songs or the actual version he made? But man, when I saw them announce the Turning Point halftime show, I started...
This shit is so ass. Hot dog buns. Ass. Buns.
Dying laughing because no way did they deadass get so mad they had to make another show. If this type of happened on the other side, they would instantly start calling them snowflakes and woke for doing all this to avoid a halftime show.
Exactly.
I refuse to believe any...
You literally can't get away with this shit unless you're a fucking glue-sniffing MAGA retard. You really can't.
Anyone that watched this actually thoroughly enjoyed every single artist here.
USA All-American Halftime Show. And this one's for you, Charlie.
I just want to kiss my fish, drive my truck,
kiss your fish,
drink my beer.
The funniest thing about the
drink my beer.
whole concert and the country artists they picked is that none of them even cracked top 10 on any chart or country chart. Not a single mainstream country artist wanted to risk their career for this bullshit. Even they knew it was stupid. Another
like, bro, the writing's on the fucking wall. Come on, man.
One of their main complaints too, and the reason they said they couldn't even watch the halftime show at all, was because Bad Bunny hates America and always on it. When you actually search out what Bad Bunny doesn't like and why they say he hates America, he specifically said ICE and how they're on the streets terrorizing people moving like thugs. And he said the reason he doesn't want to tour in the US for now is because he doesn't want them to show up to his concerts and intimidate his fans. Imagine being the artist and finding out one of your fans got detained for 12 hours in a jail cell just to be released after they find out they're actually a citizen. You would feel bad too. Let's be so for real too. You know damn well Trump would send ICE to one of Bad Bunny's concerts 100% first
Yeah,
show.
they've been sending these niggas to Taco Bell and some more shit. Like, bro, these, like, they're literally moving like the Gestapo. They are. That's just it. And with immunity. And they have the go-ahead to racially profile people. That is literally insane. I'm not against ICE as a whole as what it should stand for. I'm against of how it's being used right now. What it should stand for and what it should be there for is actually deporting people who came here illegally, actually illegally, and are not contributing by not getting a job, not working or whatever, not like actually contributing by pulling their weight, you know. I don't give a damn if they came here illegally and they had a job. If they came here illegally and they had a job, that's fine. I don't think we should really give a fuck about that. We should give a fuck about the people that come here illegally and then decide to not contribute and then do illegal shit. Those are who we should be going after. And you have the technology to know this shit. You do. You really do. You have Palantir, who was created by Peter Thiel. Palantir is a spy service that literally can track everything about you. They know exactly who is doing what. They know. They have all your data. Every country has everyone's data at this point. They know. So I don't understand why we can't fucking do it the right way. Why are we using ICE as a militia of incendiary fucking righteous violence instead of using it what it should actually be used for and in the right way? You guys had the fucking materials to do it, but you're literally using it to stoke fear upon people, your own people. You say protect the kids a lot. You didn't care when you detained a kid that was actually a U.S. citizen, did you? No. Didn't care when Epstein did all those things to kids either, did you? No, they didn't. They don't. Politicians that say, think of the children. Oh no. When they say that, they're automatically full of bullshit. Automatically. 9 times out of 10 they are. Because when they use that argument, it's to sell you some bullshit because you know they don't give a fuck about the kids at all. There are starving kids in America that die every day. They don't care. There are kids that get trafficked. They don't care. They really don't. So, I need you to open your goddamn ears, open your fucking eyes, and understand how this shit is ludicrous, hypocritical, and stupid. Full stop. Even if you are MAGA, even if you are conservative, even if you are liberal, white, black, brown, olive-skinned, whatever. Whatever you are, let's at least look at this and see what is objectively wrong and what is objectively right. Please. And use fucking Google. We have it for a fucking reason. Shit.
Of outlandness and force. He's literally just trying to look out for his fans, but for some reason they took this as him not liking ICE equals hating everyone in America and wanting you to die. It's like that Twitter meme of when you say I like pancakes and someone replies so you hate waffles. Like, no. And another reason they
exactly like if you say you don't like what ICE is doing, you'd be like, oh, so you don't think they should get rid of the illegal immigrants that are running amok in our country? You don't care about the American people? No. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is we don't like the way that ICE is killing American citizens. They are. They did. That's what they did. Simple as that. And it's not because of ICE being a thing. You need to understand it's not ICE itself. It's the way it's being used. That's what it is. The way it's being used and the way these people are being trained. If they were properly trained, this shit wouldn't happen. If it was used properly, this shit wouldn't happen. I don't give a fuck who's the president. This shit wouldn't happen. But since they're not trained adequately and they are used in a piss poor way, we get this result. Sad. Very fucking sad and very avoidable.
They didn't want to watch it was because his lyrics were too inappropriate.
It's akin to saying police are dangerous to black people. It's akin to that. Think about it. We're not saying all police. We're saying obviously the ones who abuse their power. ICE has been abusing their power because they don't know how to adequately use it. They aren't trained enough. 1, 2, they aren't utilized in the correct way. They are just kind of sent on the streets to hunt people down. That's what they are doing. They aren't giving clear targets, clear instructions, clear objectives. They're just saying, all right, go crazy. It's like you're a Warframe player and you just started the game. That's basically what ICE is when they get told to go do something. It's fucking laughable. It's ludicrous.
So
it's like playing Destiny 2 with no expansions. You don't know what the fuck is going on.
To watch the good old family-friendly All-America halftime show with family-friendly lyrics and artists. Good thing the main performer, Kid Rock, didn't play a very specific song he's made though. A song with lyrics like young ladies, I like him underage.
But think about the children. The children, protect the kids. Yeah.
Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. By the way, this song was in a kid's movie that I actually watched in 5th grade. You just had to ruin my childhood, huh? Yeah, if I had kids, I'd take Bad Bunny over any artist that said that. If they were also so worried about his lyrics and how crazy they were, then why did they say nothing when he performed in 2020? Like, Bad Bunny was literally an addition in the 2020 halftime show with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. And not a single one of these souls were crashing out and threatening people back then. Right after—
It's because of the fucking administration change. They've been emboldened and galvanized to think that, oh, we can just hate whoever we want for whatever reason now. No, that's still not the case. You still have consequences, number one. Number two, you look like an idiot. And number three, why? It's just, there's just no point in it. It really isn't.
After the show, Trump made a tweet saying it was one of the
It's fucking goofy. Holy shit.
worst halftime shows ever, which was of course suspected, and all this controversy mainly got inflamed by him talking about it in the first place. But it turns out when the actual halftime show came on, his ass and all of his family and friends were watching it. They didn't even try to fake watching that fake ass one.
Do you see how this shit is hypocritical? Do you see how this shit, MAGA, they are literally, they don't care about your ideals. They don't. They don't. He's sitting down enjoying the Bad Bunny show, even though they made that all-American shit. He's like, no, I'm not watching that. That shit off my TV, man. Let's watch the actual one. What was the point? What was the fucking point? There was none. Only to stoke fear and fucking unrest. That's all it is. That's what you need to understand. This shit is not as deep as you think it is. Well, it is, but not for the same reasons that you're thinking it is. It's fucking crazy, bro.
The other thing that showed me these guys are the new Snowflakes now was the Charlie Kirk fallout. It's been almost half a year since the Charlie Kirk assassination. Wow, the time flies by. Charlie Kirk is now a staple in any TikTok comment section. It's impossible to not see a Kirkified person at least once. I would say really in general on social media, it's impossible to not see one Kirkified image a day on any social media platform. If you really look back at how MAGA was moving when it happened, it emulates exactly the peak cancel culture they used to complain about. And this time was different, I feel like, because not only was it just regular citizens upset and reporting people, but our whole ass federal government was encouraging it too. As soon as anyone came out and made a joke about it, they got fired instantaneously with zero wait time. You had companies making statements saying that behavior is inappropriate and the employee had been dealt with. I don't know the way they were dealing with these employees. I can only assume Trump's order was sending them to Guantanamo Bay. The vice president came out to host Charlie Kirk's show, and his main push on the show was to let people know it's okay to call someone's employer if they made a joke about Charlie Kirk and to get them fired. Which is ironic because
they made fun of liberals for doing the exact same shit. You're gonna take away a man's livelihood because you don't like a joke? Oh, get real. Grow up.
It's the same one to this day who complains about cancel culture and says everyone is too sensitive.
And we have far more important work to do than canceling each other. We have got to build, and President Donald Trump is a builder.
Grow up. I'm sorry. Focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chats. The reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive stupid joke, is cause to ruin their lives. And by the way, if they were left-wing kids telling stupid left-wing jokes, I would also not want their lives to be.
So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility.
So which one is it? Are people too sensitive or are people not sensitive enough?
Let's be real. I don't think the way Charlie died was something that I would have liked to see, that I like happened. It did happen, though. Did I like Charlie Kirk? No. Fuck no. Heavens no. Great heavens no. He's against everything I stand for. Nigga, I like femboys and I'm black. The fuck? No. I don't like that guy. But I also don't like the way he died. It's that simple. Because I'm a fucking human with feelings. That's how it works. Me seeing another human murdered like that, just like Alex Preddy or Renee Good, it's not pleasant to see at all. And I find no pleasure in the way he died. I do find pleasure in the memes, though. They are funny. Just like they did with George Floyd. George Droid. We all know that the George Droid memes are a thing. You see George Floyd avatars in VR chat all the fucking time. Come on, man. Stop being fucking hypocritical. Oh, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. That's what it is, bro.
Enough. All the people that were scrolling on Twitter finding everyone who made a joke then used Tony Stark level tech to find these people's jobs and get them fired, I guarantee are the same people who said people are too sensitive when someone made a joke about George Floyd in 2020 and got fired. They refuse to believe they're acting in the same way. They think they have moral superiority. And I'm actually someone who thinks if you do make a dumb comment about someone, whether it's Charlie Kirk or George Floyd and it's your public social media account, then you shouldn't be surprised if you get reported and fired. People gotta know when you post something on the internet, you're basically posting it to the
digital footprint. People get fired for shit they do outside of the job or they post on internet all the time. It's that simple.
world.
Everyone knows that this is a thing. Jobs literally do a background search on you, and your background check has to do with your online profile as well.
There's always a chance. My whole point is that they're completely hypocritical and act oblivious to it. And these were the same guys always saying, we're not like those guys always canceling everyone. Yet as soon as they get a teeny tiny taste of power, they use the whole leverage of the federal government to get thousands of people fired from their jobs. Even Joe Biden and Kamala Harris weren't coming out on behalf of someone to tell the American people to get people fired from their jobs. Imagine this exact scenario, but instead with a liberal influencer and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did it, these dudes will be living on the internet. I fully believe now, up until this administration ends, MAGA's gonna be moving like this for every media that comes out. They even got mad at Superman, saying it was promoting woke ideology, probably trying to stop their base from watching it and helping it make money. If they did try though, it completely failed because was a banger. This is all because the director James Gunn
never works. You wanna know why? Superman is an immigrant. He's from fucking space, dumbasses. He's not even from Earth. He is literally an alien. Literally. Jokes write themselves. They're stupid. And what these guys don't understand is companies don't give a fuck about this shit either. Neither does, like, the government truly. Because globalism is the ultimate profit maker. It is. Going global will make you the most money. That's just what it is. And you know what you need to go global? You need to be accepting of other cultures, or at least partake in them, at least platform them. That's what the NFL did, because they wanted money. So capitalism and conservatism can't exist in the same fucking realm together. Because for you to make buku bands, you're gonna need buku people buying your shit. And what do you need for that? You need to platform that globally. Do you think people who see that in other countries that are seeing you saying some shit like, we don't care about this country, are gonna buy your shit? No. That's why ultimately this shit is gonna fall apart. Because ultimately they're gonna want more money. And ultimately for that to happen, they're gonna have to go global. Because the greed never stops. And that's what's gonna kill it. That's what's so funny about it.
Said Superman was the story of an immigrant, which is factually true. He's not even from this planet. He had to quite literally adapt to act like a human on this planet. Technically, according to their ideology, they should hate Superman and he shouldn't even be an American symbol because he's an illegal immigrant who came from another planet without getting his papers.
They hate when you tell them the absolute truth that they've heard before, but it didn't register to them. So now they feel like a fucking idiot and they get even angrier.
Think they could come out and say Superman is an American. That'd be a little too far, even for them. So the best they could do was hating on the director and saying he's promoting wokeness.
To that, and I don't know. We don't go to the movie theater to be lectured to and to have somebody throw their ideology onto us. I wonder if it'll be successsul.
You know what it says?
It was
On his cape, MS-13.
Whole time the message.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Message of the movie.
MS-13, nigga, that's always been a symbol for Superman. When you guys use it for mogging purposes or when you use it as an American symbol, the S is always there. It doesn't stand for no damn MS-13. It stands for super, for Superman. You see how they try to twist shit? and fail miserably. It's just pathetic.
Movie was unity and kindness. I think the way their media ecosystem works and how they want things to go is they know that since Trump and JD Vance are so accessible and could tweet anything at any time, they try their best to ramp up some little controversy that isn't even that deep and hope that Trump or JD Vance give a swing at it and it gives them even more attention. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Let me know how much of Snowflakes.
Yeah, man. These guys are literally so funny to debunk, break down, and think about for like an iota of a second. You use the thing that they're so pro, which is AI. You use AI to debunk their shit and they will lose their fucking minds. Just ask ChatGPT about any points that they make at all. And it's almost always fucking false or disingenuous. It's so funny. It's so fucking hilarious. And the most hilarious thing is that this shit won't last because the people that they idolize are gonna want more money. And you know what you need to do to get more money. Also, thanks for watching. Have a better day than me.